What's up, people? Survivors here and elsewhere. This is Undefeatable Twilight once again. If I look a bit windswept, that's because I am. It's very windy out there and raining, and I don't like the wind, and I like the rain even less, and when both of them are combined, it makes a bad time for Twilight, because I take an umbrella to protect myself from the rain, and then the wind is blowing me about, and you know what it's like when it's windy and you've got an umbrella and you're like trying not to get blown away. So I have to make a choice between either umbrella to protect me from the rain and have to struggle to keep it upright while the wind is blowing, or take no umbrella and so the wind doesn't bother me as much, but then I get wet from the rain. So whatever, it's a lose-lose situation. But anyway, thankfully I'm inside now and I'm safe, so we can do some reading. Oops. Okay, chapter 11. The total perspective vortex drives its picture of the whole universe on the principle of extrapolated matter analyses. To explain, since every piece of matter in the universe is in some way affected by every other piece of matter in the universe, it is in theory possible to extrapolate the whole of creation, every sun, every planet, their orbits, their composition, and their economic and social history, from, say, one small piece of fairy cake. The man who invented the total perspective vortex did so basically in order to annoy his wife. Trin Tragula, for that was his name, was a dreamer, a thinker, a speculative philosopher, or, as his wife would have it, an idiot. And she would nag him incessantly about the utterly inordinate amount of time he spent staring out into space, or mulling over the mechanics of safety pins, or doing spectrographic analyses of pieces of fairy cake. Have some sense of proportion, she would say, sometimes as often as 38 times in a single day. And so he built the total perspective vortex, just to show her. And into one end he plugged the whole of reality as extrapolated from a piece of fairy cake, and into the other end he plugged his wife, so that when he turned it on, she saw in one instant the whole infinity of creation and herself in relation to it. To Trin Tragula's horror, the shock completely annihilated her brain, but to his satisfaction he realised that he had proved conclusively that if life is going to exist in a universe of this size, then the one thing it cannot afford to have is a sense of proportion. The door of the vortex swung open. From his disembodied mind, Gargraval watched dejectedly. He had rather liked Zaphod Beeblebrox in a strange sort of way. He was clearly a man of many qualities, even if they were mostly bad ones. He waited for him to flop forwards out of the box, as they all did. Instead, he stepped out. "Hi," he said. "Beeblebrox," gasped Gargraval's mind in amazement. "Could I have a drink, please?" said Zaphod. You have been in the vortex," stammered Gargraval. "You saw me, kid." "And it was working." "Sure was." "And you saw the whole infinity of creation." "Sure. Really neat place, you know that?" Gargraval's mind was reeling in astonishment. Had his body been with him, it would have sat down heavily with its mouth hanging open. "And you saw yourself," said Gargraval, "in relation to it all." "Oh, yeah. But what did you experience?" Zaphod shrugged smugly. "It just told me what I knew all the time. I'm a really terrific and great guy. Didn't I tell you, baby? I'm Zaphod Beeblebrox." His gaze passed over the machinery which powered the vortex and suddenly stopped, startled. He breathed heavily. "Hey," he said. "Is that really a piece of fairy cake?" He ripped the small piece of confectionery from the censers with which it was surrounded. "If I told you how much I needed this," he said ravenously, "I wouldn't have time to eat it." He ate it. Short chapter, but I think a good one. I was actually looking forward to that part. But there's still more good things to come, so stick around. See you again. I don't have anything to rant about today, so I'll see you guys next week. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe as always, and take care. Love and peace.